Hey everybody. So I am so excited, probably a little overexcited for this new project that we're starting tonight. I've been wanting to do this forever. So tonight we're having our first Do You Have a Clue St. Louis stream. And I'm going to talk a little bit about like what we're going to do, like what you can expect or what the process would be, because I think that'll give everybody kind of a better idea of why we're doing it and why it'd be a lot of fun. So I'm going to cap tonight's stream at 4 guests. That way we can all get a good chance to put out our ideas. Everyone will go back around the table and we'll kind of workshop those ideas, build upon them, talk them out. And but if there's a lot of interest in doing if other people want to do this kind of thing, then I would be so down to do like multiple streams with different guests. I think that would be a lot of fun. So let's talk about what we'll actually be doing. So our task is going to be to brainstorm some ideas and ways to get people to the city of St. Louis. So basically, everyone would just kind of go around the table and say, how would you get people to St. Louis? Would you use the Latin lawn? Would you use the city nickname? Would you use some city icons? Would you use some city history? Would you use the state shape with some special something that would represent that area of the state to point people to it. Um, and then once you are kind of like on that path, then how would you use it? Would you use, since the city nickname is Gateway to the West, would you have a gateway in your painting? If you did, would it be like large or small? Like do you feel like that would be too obvious? Would you, if you did, would you build in hints for West? If so, how might you build in hints for West? Because it's gateway to the West. And what would you use? Would you maybe do it in your painting? Would you maybe think about doing it in your verse with some wordplay, things like that? So we'd go around the table and everyone would share like an idea or two about what they might use. And then everybody would go back around and kind of give brief thoughts or brainstorm it, kind of build on it, kind of workshop it. Then we'd move on to the park. So Tim's going to pick a park and we'll briefly tour the park on Google Maps. We'll kind of look at things like, what kind of landmarks are in the park, the shape of the park, the streets around the park. Does the path within the park make an interesting shape? Those kinds of things. And then how would you get people to that park? How would you let people know that they're in the right spot? Once you get them there, again, would you use your verse? You don't have to, of course, no, it's not like mandatory to have a verse painting kind of format or anything like that. But I feel like we'll probably kind of end up going that route. But everyone could have their own format that they like, whatever format they want to describe. So how would you get people to the park? And then once we do a round for the park, then you can pick a spot. Pick a spot in the park. How would you get people to that spot in the park? Would you use kind of a path through the park and using like a few landmarks? Would you use kind of like a standing on the spot sensory approach where you describe what you can see, what you can feel, what you can hear, what, like that kind of things. If you could smell if there's like a bakery next door or something like that. And yeah, so everyone would go around the table when we do that, and everybody can pick a different spot. Let's do a different spot all within that one park. If anybody wants a different spot, that way we're already there, and then we just kind of can go around and do spots. But basically, one, I think it'll be a lot of fun, and two, I think looking at hints and clues and hunts from both sides can make us better at working hunts. Like how building clues and what would you write for a clue can make you better at kind of narrowing down what clues might mean, or at least discarding, the whole wide world of it could be anything kind of thing. But yeah, so I think it's going to be really, really fun. There's already 2 people set for the stream. It's Tim and I. So the next 2 people, hopefully, if there's 2 more people that want to join us, let me know. You can just, why don't you send me a PM? Or that way I'll know who's in what order and things like that. And if you want to join us, it's tonight at the usual time, so 7 p.m. Central or 8 p.m. Eastern. And I think it'll be a lot of fun. It'll be a good conversation, if nothing else. So, bye, you guys.